Hello and welcome back to Frühling on Farming Simulator 22. Right, so it's very early in the morning, it's 5 AM. The reason being is we've got loads of eggs to sell and the price is currently very good. Right, so we are at, the farmer's market is the best price. It does say it's decreasing, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, because when we were doing I believe it was the milk, the price kept showing as decreasing but kept going up, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, although these other prices are not terrible. Although November is the day, and it is November, but we'll see how these prices get on. So that is the first task of the day. We do have to use our Heinrich electric forklift. Before we do that, last episode we got loads done. So field 9 and field 13 we were doing work in late into the night. Field 9 we have the oilseed radish, which is now saying it's ready to harvest, which means cultivated in. So we will be cultivating that in, as well as eventually putting oats into field 9. We can't do anything with oats until March, so there's no real rush to get that done. But it's on the list of things to do. Field 13, we did a mad rush to get it drilled and prepared and rolled as well with barley, just before the end of winter crop season, so we needed to get that done in October, and we did. So now we can wait for our barley to grow, because we are running very low for chicken food. Right, our other fields include 12, 2, and meadows, well, meadow 1 and meadow 2. Technically 12 is a meadow as well at the moment, but yes, those 3 and the other half here of field 2 all require a cutting. So we will be doing that. I may use, depending on how much hay versus silage we have currently, I may use the bigger meadow here for hay and then the rest as silage, but we shall see. The more silage we have, the more we can sell, but we do need hay for the sheep and the horses. And the horses and the cows for their total mixed ration power food. Right, so the first thing we need to do though is get the eggs sorted out. So we will use this trailer as well, so we'll just we'll loop around the back way. Let's get all the lights on that we can do. So quiet. I love how quiet it is. Right, so we'll take the trailer rolling is probably louder than the actual forklift itself, which is quite funny. Right, so we'll go to this set of eggs, and luckily I had already stacked some, so we should be alright for that. So I will try and put it as close to the wall as possible. As close to this bench as I can do. That should be alright right there, I reckon. Perfect. Right, so the first thing is we might as well get these stacks of 3. If we can get 6, blimey. Well, let's give it a try. It's a bit ambitious, I reckon, but let's give it a go. Because we also have the other chicken coop that will have another load of eggs as well. Alright, I definitely got myself into a precarious situation here. Just needing to remember that the back wheels are the ones that are turning. And straight in through. Wow. Right, now we did this with the honey and it did not like it. Wow. That is amazing. That is quite a sight. Very gentle. Right, we'll get a bit of a different view on so you can see what we're actually doing. Look at that. I think that came very near to falling off. If you look at the pallets, how they're not quite as close together as they were before, that's terrifying how close that was to falling off. Right, so we do need to collect the rest of these, and I have put myself in a terrible position. So I will probably readjust this very quickly. At least the chickens are getting a nice show. Like, what's going on? What's happening? I would like the one that's not fully ready to, well, be a bit more full of eggs before we take it. However... Oh, and actually, I'm very curious. Let's have a look at the... Wow, I'm in the very wrong place. 4302, I believe, is the same as it was. Right, now I just wish that this was a full pallet, because then I could stack those on top. And I know I said I wasn't going to stack eggs, but obviously... Well, let's just put these two flat. Obviously, there are certain circumstances where you have to, and in this case, let's just say that they are very nicely palletized in a stackable manner. Wonderful. And there we have all of the eggs from this area. I do want to place them, but I also don't want to place them. Right, let's not bring the trail... Oh my goodness. Right, we'll see in a minute. Alright, we are back on 4 wheels again. We have the eggs all sorted out. I do believe I placed them quite close to the front of the trailer though, which could be problematic. Right, I'm going to leave this trailer right here until I can sort out everything. Yes, I will probably put it right like that, so that there's the least amount of, well, hopefully the least amount of issues possible. Right, just sneak on past the signs here. Right, so we will get these loaded up in a fairly timely manner. Actually, it'll be perfect amount of eggs, I reckon. But yes, we will get this sped up a little bit, and we'll see you when we're all done. Turn this back to its home, as we won't need it for the actual transporting. I reckon the Deutz would probably be the best tractor for the job, but I want to take the Massey. I would like to upgrade the trailer, and I've said that in the past. Luckily for us this time, we have managed without needing to. We've managed just shy of 27,000 litres of eggs, which is, well, it's quite the haul, actually. Not the best stacking either, but we do have them all on there. Right, so we will mosey on down here to the farmer's market, and we'll see what the price is when we arrive. Alright, we're just arriving now to the farmer's market. Just tuck in here. Now I really have no idea what to expect from these prices, but before we enter into the sell point, I will check. Right, 4301 is actually £1 less than it was, so it is time to sell. Right, let's get into the sell point here, and they should start selling automatically. And we wait. Unstrap everything, and we can watch the eggs disappear and the money skyrocket. Whoa, what is £115,000. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was loads of eggs, but wow, alright, well, I'm frankly a bit taken aback by that. I was not expecting over £100,000. I was expecting maybe 50,000, maybe 60 if I was really lucky. Wow, alright, well, I reckon that investing in that second chicken coop was, well, probably is what exactly caused us to have such a nice sell of eggs. Unbelievable. I'm just a bit flabbergasted, to be honest. Right, we'll get back to the farm. We'll compose our thoughts as well. I reckon we can pay off some of the loan, but I would like to address the fact that now that we have all this money, what do we need to buy? What do we need on the farm to maximize our, not only our productivity, but just overall? Do we need tractors? Do we need other implements? We'll have a look. Well, now that we're back at the farm, we'll have a look and see, really. Oh, and it is a new day, is it not? So let's also, most importantly, have a look at the sales page. There are literally no items for sale. Well, on sale. Or used items, I guess. Right, okay, well that's all we needed this trailer for, so we will stick it away, back in its home. And unbelievable. Unbelievable. I do want to pay off some of the loan, because we're just gaining interest and all that. I could pay off more than half of it with this amount of money, but I don't want to necessarily just go and do that either, because it would be nice to have some money to play around with in terms of buying things we need. Right, so since there is nothing on offer on sale at the moment, we will just carry on with our normal tasks and wait and see what pops up. I won't make any rash decisions with the money, although, and I think this is more for just myself, I will put, right now I'll put at least, let's get this down to 100,000. Right, let's repay to £100,000. Done. Right, so since we do have a load of grassy things to do this day, I may probably try and chop up the time-lapse and do a bit of a jump-cutting time-lapse as I do for these kind of tasks, simply because they are ones that have been done a number of times, and I don't want to overdo or overcrowd my series with simply just doing grass work, because that's not all that fun. Although it is loads of fun, I do enjoy it. Let's see. We've got the sun right. You know what? Let's just do it. Hopefully it doesn't stay dark for too long. But let's crack on. Let's get right to it. Alright, well we didn't get very far because a couple of reasons. The first reason being that, alright, we need to fold it up, and we need to fold this one up. If you look down at the bottom right of your screen, you will see a little wrench symbol, and that little wrench symbol is telling us that the mower and tractor need repair. Unfortunately, we were going to be doing 10 kph all the way through the field, which is absolutely unacceptable, especially considering we were just talking about upgrading everything eventually. So, let's head to our little workshop and see. Right, the Deutz definitely needs to be repaired, so we will repair it for 28.73, and everything else is fine, although we will repair it just because it's under £100, and now there should be no excuse. Lower it down, fire it up, and we are cutting grass, and let's see, we are doing it at a much better speed. Right, let's carry on with this, and we'll see you when we're done. Alright, so we do have most of everything done. Just before we take off, though, I did want to have a quick look. Now that the sun has fully come out, we have our beautiful autumnal colours in full bloom. Look at our barley. Our barley looks amazing. I'm very pleased. Oh, look at the sun bouncing off the beautiful barley. Right, so as you can see, it is 100% yield bonus and 100% fertilized, which means it will be a fantastic yield. We have one little section which is partially done. The only issue is the fertilizer. I just ran out of my double application manure, of slurry, and I left a little piece. That was the last episode. But I will get it all finalized now that the crop is growing. So the last stop of our mowing journey is actually at the vineyard. We do have a field. Well, we've split the field in two, and half is currently grass, just for the time being, and then the other half is our vines, which we will be planting in, which we should have actually kept some of that money for the vines, but we'll get more money when we sell silage. So that we can put the rest of the field as grapes. Very exciting. Right, we will crack on with the rest of this time-lapse. I have this one last section. Oh, it looks like our grapes are ready for a pre-pruning as well. They look very ready to be pre-pruned, and probably should get in there and cultivate as well. The grass looks alright. Don't reckon it needs to be mulched just yet. But yes, let's get right to our grassy bit, and we'll get it all done. Alright, well there we have all the grass cutting done for the day, and frankly that's for the rest of the year, I do believe. So as I've said, I will leave meadow 1, which is the biggest meadow nearest to the farm, well, it will be hay, so I'll let it to sit for a bit, because that can be the last one that we finish. So I will go back to the farm, grab the windrower, stick it on the, well, probably on the Massey, and then we'll get windrowing done, and then we'll also get it all collected and fermented, ready for silage, and then we can get into the, whoops, we're not yielding for anything. Then we'll hop into the meadow 1, get it tedded, windrowed, and collected as well. Alright, well there we have. I'm very happy with how the rows turned out. A bit crooked in places, but it just looks good. Where we have all of our main grass work is done. We have collecting to do yet, as well as some tedding. Look at that pile, it just keeps growing. It's fantastic. We'll put the windrower here because we will need it in a bit. But yes, we do need to go around and collect all of the grass. Right, and we actually have to go and pick up the loading wagon from the sheep farm. But before we do that, I wanted to check. That is mental, there's no way. I did actually want to look at loading wagons, and I believe I have as well in the past, and I have decided that this one is probably going to be the upgrade that we go for. I suppose we could look at something a bit bigger, but so this is if we had a bigger tractor as well. Although this gap is quite a bit for capacity and less for price, whereas this one is the opposite. It's a bigger gap in price and a very small capacity increase. We do have that one as well, which is a bit better of an upgrade, 32,000. However, it would be 150 horsepower to run that. So what my plan was potentially is to have, for silage operations, instead of doing a big mow, a windrow and a collect, I could do a mow and collect all in one. Skip the windrowing for the silage. So that would entail having a front mower and this Pottinger, or well, any collecting wagon on the back. 150 horsepower. Our mower is what? Where is it? It is 60 horsepower, right? So that's just over 200 horsepower, which, I mean, this tractor could perform very well with that, but now we do need to look at some options, although I will show you very quickly. So remember how I was joking? I was joking a few episodes ago about turning the entire farm electric. Well, and I was laughing about how it's not really possible because this is the highest horsepower tractor. That is not entirely true whatsoever. I actually found a mod that offers a... oh, yeah, this one right here. It is an electric tractor that is full spec, 132 horsepower, which is amazing. So yes, we do have the 105. The only issue I have with it right now is the price tag, 68,000 for the full kit. This would not quite replace the Deutz, unfortunately, but it would replace the... well, it doesn't have to replace the Massey, but it could become a second tractor or third tractor in this case. However, it does have the front hydraulic for 7,000. Yeah, I don't know about that. Just wanted to show you that because it is very possible. So, yes, the colour, well, even the yellow is not too bad. Something different. But yes, that is for the future. Right, we will get the loading wagon and we will see you at the nearest field. Right, so we've only just finished collecting the small field out front of the farm, and I feel like it's yielded very well, because we are now bringing our, I mean, this is only you know, a quarter of a load, but this is the third time, the fourth time, three with a full load. That's actually quite mental. That's brilliant, because that means we've got loads of grass that's being turned into silage. But if this small field has yielded that well, I can't imagine how the other meadows are going to yield. Either way, we shall continue with this time-lapse jump cut mix. We shall see how it gets on. We will end up with a load of silage. Hopefully that one meadow is enough for hay. Should be. But we shall see. And if we sell enough silage, we can just buy hay. Right, let's carry on. Alright, well, we're doing quite well for grass collecting. This field would have yielded about a full loading wagon, which is pretty good. So other than the grass and hay work, what we need to do today is pre-prune. Well, I reckon that could be tomorrow as well, or in the next month. But yes, we are done. We are done collecting grass. We'll head back to the farm, dump this off to be fermented in the silo. But yes, we need to pre-prune our grapes. That's definitely something we need to do, as well as fertilize, and this is more important actually, fertilize that small patch of the barley field, because I believe after November it will become where you need row crops to drive through. The crop will be grown enough that you could cause destruction if you drive through it. Right now it's still early enough in the growth stage that it should be fine. So yes, we will get that done after we finish our hay work. So we'll go and put the tedder on the Massey, and yeah, let's drive through here. Put the tedder on the Massey and get the... Oh wait, did we? Yes, we did already. I forgot if we had cut the grass for Meadow 1, but yes, we did do that. So yes, we'll grab the tedder and get it all dried out. Right. So as you can see, we are not starting the hay work just yet. I've decided to pop down to the shop and grab, purchase the pre-pruner for the grapes. That's something I have yet to do. I should have brought the Landini down, so I will probably bring it back to the farm first and put it on the Landini. I know that the Massey is capable, but yes, the beautiful Landini is our grape tractor. So let's go here. We've got grape technology. First, 16,000. I thought it was less than that. Right, okay. Well, we do need it, and there it is. Alright, do I connect on... yeah, this side. And there we are. Ah, wicked. It's a very cool machine, actually, in how it functions as well. But yes, we will... It seems quite small on the Massey. Right, so we'll go back to the farm. We shall hook this up to the Landini, and then we will see you at the grapes. Alright, so we're just pulling up into the vineyard area now, and I'll start on this far side. Turn the beacon off. Right, so now that this grass has been harvested, I will be focusing on... Okay, let's just get this started first, actually. So... right. Unfold it. Oh, wow. And then... turn it on. Yeah, let's try it in first person, see... Oh yes, this will be much easier. So yeah, I did put the weight on the back, just because it was on the front of the Landini, but I reckon it could just help keep everything level. Fits on very nicely. So ideally, the plan would be to have 2 of these, though, in the future, when we have all of this as vineyard. It'll just make this pre-pruning job that much easier. Well, quicker versus easier, I reckon. But the Landini will be very good for that job, for certain. And there is some room for play. If I go left and right, you can see the hydraulic pushes it along with my misdirection, if you will. Right, so carry on with that, get some third person. So we are quite far from the vines, actually. Very autumnal, absolutely. But yeah, they did give you some nice room for error there. So with 2, that would be very nice to have. Right, well I guess we'll just crack on with the rest of them. Here we can go just about right into that one. Right. Okay, well, we'll carry on with this, and we'll see you when it's all done. Right, well, here we come to the end of the pre-pruning process, and, well, I still don't know if it's easier in first person or in third person. I would have to admit that if I'm not directly behind the tractor with it, it can be a bit difficult to tell, but also in first person, also a bit difficult to tell. Either way, it's done. And next time we definitely will have the 2 on, and to be completely honest, I completely blanked on attaching a cultivator to the back of it while I was pre-pruning, because that would have done 2 tasks in one go. Unfortunately did not do that, which is fine. We can just get a cultivating session in as well before we mulch and fertilize, but I would like to get a bigger cultivator. The one that we have, it definitely works, it's fine, but it does allow us to go up and down the field, or well, it makes it so we need to go up and down the field, or up and down each row twice, which I would rather just get one wider one that allows me to just go up and down, well, one time. Right, so we'll get this swapped over, and we'll probably get the tedding done. And I'll just keep driving through this. I don't think this will stay grass for long. I'm not entirely certain. It's a bit, and there's a bit too much faffing about when it comes to grass work on that field. Hello cows, so many cows. Right, we'll get this. Oh right, we have a new implement to place somewhere, probably in the vineyard shed. Another thing that was preventing me from successfully doing the pre-pruning is the very wide tires that I stuck on the Landini. They stick out a lot more than originally I had thought. Right. So, since the grape trailer now lives at the grape factory, I will put the pre-pruner in its place. That's our little cultivator there. Oops, thought I lowered that down. Yeah, I believe it's a 1 meter or something. Less than that, I can't remember exactly. So that is the Landini's job done. We'll put the weight back so I don't forget about it being attached to the Landini, and then we'll get the tedding done. So we'll see you in that meadow. And we are tedding. Right, I really do like this much bigger tedder. It's perfect for the amount of hay that we need to produce in, well, any given time. So I did mention before about potentially wanting to do my silage with simply a front mower and a loading wagon. I wouldn't get rid of the... I wouldn't part ways with my back mower. I would just keep it for hay. And in the future, the meadow in which we bought and replanted as soybeans, I would like to potentially buy again in the future for grass. But I'm also very tempted to go to the next level with the silage making process and purchase a large, more rectangular field to do proper grass work in. So that's definitely something I'd like to do, because that would definitely help us with our other productions. It would definitely help pay off the cereal factory loan, which is very simply done. That'll be the next silage run. But we do have more factories to purchase. Right, we'll crack on with this. And yeah, then we'll get it rowed, collected, and we have hay. Right, well, we are just coming to the very end of collecting our hay, and it looks like we ended up with about 55% of the last load, which gives us quite a bit, actually. Right, just get it unloaded, and we'll see how much we have in total now. Alright, and get that. So that's unloading, and we can check. So 142, well, it's going to keep going up. The silage is also going up, but yes, in total we have, and that's full now, 150,000 litres, plus 358, of hay, which is fantastic, which means that we had 93, so we got about 57,000 litres of hay off that one field, which is great. We're going to get lots of silage, more in fact coming, which is great, because we'll sell loads of it, and happy days. If we have a look at our factory, we almost have one pallet of cereal, which is very exciting, and makes me want to have a look. So the price is at its best in February, and we are in... oh, we're on our way there. So for the extra 700, I'll probably wait, because we may even have... no, we won't. I was going to say we might have another pallet by then, but we won't have more than... maybe... no, I don't... it's hard to tell. I don't think we will. I'm not entirely certain, because this is 2, so every 2 to... yeah, we'll have to see. Anyways, right, so that is all done. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care, and bye for now.